There's an undeniable truth about T20 cricket. It's a game of glorious unpredictability, where every ball can change the course of a match. But what happens when pressure mounts on players to consistently deliver in this high-stakes environment? For Colin Munro, one of the format's most prolific run scorers, the answer lies not just in talent, but in mindset and adaptability. And this is the part most people miss. Success in T20s isn't always about scoring big. Sometimes it's about knowing how to handle failure without letting it define you. If you score, you score. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, says Munro, encapsulating his philosophy with refreshing simplicity. Munro's journey in T20 cricket has been nothing short of extraordinary. With over 400 appearances across leagues worldwide, he's amassed more than 11,000 runs at a staggering strike rate of 141. His dominance in the Caribbean Premier League, CPL, is particularly noteworthy. He holds the record as the highest overseas run scorer, with 2,560 runs from 82 innings at a strike rate of 132.5. This achievement didn't happen overnight. It was built through years of hard work, strategic thinking, and learning to embrace pressure rather than fear it. Take, for instance, his triumphant return to the Trinbago Knight Riders in 2025, where he smashed an explosive 120 off just 57 balls. Missing the previous season due to scheduling conflicts, Munro felt the need to prove himself again. "I hadn't played in the CPL for a while, and I wanted to show that I could still contribute," he explains. The knock wasn't just about personal redemption. It was also a testament to his ability to adapt to challenging conditions. Batting in the Caribbean, known for its tough pitches and unpredictable bounce, requires resilience. Yet, Munro thrives under these circumstances, crediting his success to staying present and avoiding self-imposed expectations. But here's where it gets controversial. Should players prioritize franchise cricket over international duty? Munro faced this dilemma firsthand when he transitioned into becoming a full-time T20 freelancer. At the time, critics labeled him a mercenary, chasing lucrative deals instead of representing New Zealand. However, looking back, Munro believes the decision allowed him to extend his career and explore opportunities globally. Today, with New Zealand cricket adopting a more flexible approach, allowing stars like Trent Boult and Tim Southee to balance both international commitments and franchise tournaments, the debate continues. Is this the future of cricket? Or will the sport fragment further as leagues grow increasingly competitive? Beyond statistics, Munro's evolution as a player offers valuable lessons for aspiring cricketers. Early in his career, he struggled to find consistency, often bogged down by the weight of expectations. In 2018, during a particularly low phase, he confided in Logan Van Beek on a podcast, admitting he had fallen out of love with the game. What turned things around? A shift in perspective. Working closely with Aaron Walsh, a performance coach, Munro learned to separate his identity from his profession. "Cricket doesn't define you as a person," Walsh told him, emphasizing that relationships and life outside the sport matter more. This realization freed Munro mentally, allowing him to rediscover joy in playing purely for enjoyment rather than external validation. As someone who started batting at number 11 in first-class cricket and evolved into one of the most destructive openers in T20 history, Munro knows a thing or two about reinvention. His trademark switch hit, a shot that came naturally during a trial game for Auckland, is emblematic of his willingness to innovate. Over time, he refined the skill, using it effectively against spinners and pacers alike. Glenn Maxwell may have popularized similar shots globally, but Munro's version remains distinctively his own. Now in his mid-30s, Munro finds himself among seasoned campaigners in the TKR squad, including Alex Hales, Sunil Narine, Kieran Pollard, and Andre Russell. Together they embody the value of experience in T20 cricket. While younger players might rely on raw athleticism, veterans bring something else to the table, the wisdom gained from navigating countless high-pressure situations. Experience counts for everything, Munro reflects. Even if you're a bit slower physically, your mind still works pretty well. You know how to get out of tricky spots. Looking ahead, Munro envisions a future where T20 cricket dominates the landscape even more profoundly. He predicts that within the next decade, players could earn substantial livelihoods solely from franchise leagues. Already, we see signs of this trend with privatization efforts in competitions like the 100 and the Big Bash League. Could traditional international formats coexist alongside these rapidly growing leagues? That remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that T20 cricket isn't slowing down anytime soon, and neither is Colin Munro. So what do you think? Should players focus exclusively on franchise cricket? Or does international representation still hold greater prestige? Share your thoughts below.